Natalie Marmion School of Style. Here are 4 of Natalie's top graduates. As you can tell by the second woman from the left, Natalie's trying hard to bring back the diaper head look, which we haven't seen probably since the 50s.
Yeah, but diapers are appropriate right about
That's
now,
what I was thinking. You probably have plenty of them around.
For me?
Usually.
That's what I thought.
You need a new one?
Same wonderful.
The Hyundai Sonata makes more sense than ever. Once again ranked most appealing entry midsize car by J.D. Power and Associates. It's $3,700 less than a Toyota Camry LE when comparably equipped. And only Hyundai has America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Test drive the 2004 Hyundai Sonata, starting at just $14,039. When your car makes this much sense, you win. Get a 2004 Sonata for just $14,039 at your local Hyundai dealer.
Hey, somebody brought kitchen fresh chicken.
Somebody brought kitchen fresh chicken?
Ooh. Sounds gourmet.
I think there's one by the fresh bread place. Crossing the fancy coffee place? Kitchen fresh chicken, that's a mouthful. Why don't they just call it KFC?
KFC is Kitchen Fresh Chicken. This stamp tells you it's delivered fresh and cooked fresh in your KFC kitchen. For Kitchen Fresh Chicken, you gotta KFC what's cooking. In honor of President's Day, get a free pie, no lie, with any meal purchase of 8 pieces or more at regular price.
Introducing the Lazy Boy Great Rebate Event, going on now at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, where you can find rebates of $50, $75, $100, or even $150 on selected Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. Cash in now through February 18th during the Lazy Boy Great Rebate Event at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
Pickup owners are an obsessive bunch.
I wax my truck twice a week.
I have a picture of my truck in my bathroom.
There's a lot to love about Toyota trucks, like the full-size Tundra and rugged Tacoma.
Show me the mud.
Especially if you're serious about power.
I haul band equipment.
And Tundra was named a best overall value.
Nice.
Now get Tundra or Tacoma with low 1.9% financing for 60 months.
Excellent.
Or get $750 customer cash on Tacoma or $1,000 on Tundra. See your local Toyota dealer.
Where stars shop when they come to Portland.
Also, win Britney Spears tickets.
Always. We're people with problems, and now we're dealing with those problems.
They are gang members, murderers, rapists, thieves.
My name is Brother Gil. I'm an ex-criminal, ex-gang member.
Putting a gun in somebody's face.
In the ultimate self-help program.
I had no feelings for them. I had no feelings for myself.
I knew all about pain. Broken fingers, broken hands, broken ribs, broken legs, broken nose, shattered eye sockets. I've been through all that.
In the majority of the men that are in this program, it's real change.
No one was a killer when they were a kid. What happened?
And one man is trying to change them from the prison cell he shares with his son.
If there was any way that I could take his time from him and do his life sentence with mine and send him home, I'd gladly do it.
Tonight, lifers. Are they addicted to crime?
From ABC News. This is Nightline. Reporting from Washington, Chris Fury.
Those 12-step programs pioneered by Alcoholics Anonymous now seem to cover any addiction one can imagine. This afternoon, we typed 12-step program into an internet search engine. The computer churned out hundreds of listings, everything from alcoholics to spendaholics to webaholics anonymous. The 12-step concept grew out of an evangelical movement of the 1920s and 30s. It applied religious traditions such as confession, restitution, and prayer to help people in their daily lives. Those principles, in turn, were adopted and refined by the founders of the group that came to be called Alcoholics Anonymous. Now, of course, those 12 steps have been applied to all kinds of human frailties, including some fairly frivolous ones. But one serious experiment in California certainly deserves watching. In a prison housing some of the state's most vicious criminals, a convicted murderer has set up a 12-step program for gang members, including his own son. The idea is that crime and gang membership can also be seen and treated as addictions. ABC News correspondent Judy Muller obtained exclusive and unprecedented access to the prison, the program, and the father who is on a mission to set his own son straight.
In Los Angeles last year, gang violence took the lives of 259 people, and that number only hints at the problem. Police say there are some 400 gangs operating in this city with more than 48,000 members. Father Gregory Boyle, who has buried hundreds of gang members over the years, knows how hard it is to break that deadly allegiance.
And you ask them, knowing what you know and knowing what the consequences will be of being here, why are you here? And they'll pause and they'll always say, well, I guess I'm just addicted.
But what if that addiction could be broken? This story is about a man who is devoting his life to that idea.
He's an extraordinary man, among perhaps the holiest human beings I've ever met.
That man lives here at Mule Creek State Prison near Sacramento. I'm Judy Muller.
I've heard about you.
Richard Mexico is serving a life sentence for murder.
My name is Richard. You guys all know me. What we're doing here today is important. You guys all know that criminals and gang members are the oldest addicts in this world. They were the first. But yet CGA is the first 12-step recovery program to provide help for them to change.
CGA stands for Criminals and Gang Members Anonymous. Mexico, an ex-gang member from East LA, founded the group after he realized he could not let go of his violent gang lifestyle.
And I was going to AA for my alcohol problem, but when I was on the yard, something was still wrong with me. I could see people that were enemies on the street, and something would turn on in my head and I couldn't get it out.
Here in prison?
Yes, that same obsession would return, and wanting to act.
Gangbanging runs in the Mexico family. Richard has several relatives who've been killed or imprisoned, including his son Steve, now serving 16 to life for murder. And when did your son come here?
Steve got here maybe a couple of years ago now.
And this
is my home.
This is your home?
Yeah.
Tight?
Yes.
Wow. Whoa. Very tight for two people. Father and son share the same cell. How hard was it watching him walk into this prison?
Very painful. It's like sitting on a cloud the whole time saying, watch out, I know what's happening to you. I know what you're getting ready to do. I know the influence is all around you. But I couldn't stop it.
Powerless to stop it.
Powerless.
Nor could Steve stop himself. He says the ties to the gang were too strong.
I told myself that I was going to change when I had my first son, but it's so powerful I didn't. I told myself the first time I got arrested that I was going to change, and I didn't change. I told myself after I got arrested for murder that I was going to change. I didn't change. I got out again. I got busted again for murder, you know, and I don't know if I was going to change, but I kept putting it off and putting it off, and eventually I ran out of time.
Martha Mexico, Steve's mother and Richard's wife, has been left with two younger boys to raise alone. She says it might sound odd, but she feels blessed to have both her husband and son safe in jail.
When you're looking at the lifestyle addiction and the choices you have when you're in a gang, you either have prison or a cemetery. So when you look at the two, I am blessed. They have a chance to change. They have a chance to do things differently.
16-year-old Peter Mexico hates what the gang life has done to his family.
Destruction. It's all it caused was destruction to our family and pain and hurt, sorrow.
But he is proud of his father's efforts to heal that hurt.
I love that man and respect him. And because of what he's done today and how he's helped so many people, I love him even more for that. And I respect him as a person even more for that. Because being in prison, as long as he is, he could have just given up hope. And he hasn't.
In fact, he is now giving out hope.
We're not monsters. We're not throwaways. We're people with problems, and now we're dealing with those problems.
But these are not your ordinary problems, and dealing with them requires taking some very big steps. 12 of them, to be exact.
This is ABC News Nightline, brought to you by Prevacid.
A few years ago, I get this pain. It's no big whoop, just a little heartburn. Yeah, a burning, piercing fireball right here. So I cut down on the foods that bother me. I changed my diet. I worked out. Even my mom tries to help.
Son, try sleeping on an incline.
So I slipped some 2x4s under my bed. Oh yeah, my wife really loved that one. Then I started drinking that chalky stuff, popping acid reducers, and it all helped, but the pain keeps coming back 2-3 days a week. Okay, finally visit my doctor. He says it's acid reflux disease and prescribes Prevacid to help prevent the acid and heal the damage. So I take it like he says, and guess what? It really helps stop the acid pain. How's that for a happy ending?
Prescription Prevacid actually helps prevent acid where it starts by turning off many of the pumps that produce it. Prevacid has a low occurrence of side effects such as diarrhea, abdominal pain, and nausea. Other serious stomach conditions may still exist. Ask your doctor for more information and if Prevacid is right for you. Help prevent the acid with Prevacid.
Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ.
Who killed Jesus Christ?
It's ignited controversy.
Are you anti-Semitic?
A Diane Sawyer primetime special, Monday night at 10/9 Central.
One great auto show. Hundreds of great vehicles to choose from. 2 great places to buy what you saw. Ron Tonkin Honda and Gresham Honda. Great deals on Civics under $100 a month. Honda CRVs under $200 a month on approved credit. Hundreds of great vehicles to choose from. 2 great places to buy what you saw. We have the right selection, the right price, and at 2 great locations. Ron Tonkin Honda out 122nd Way or Gresham Honda in Gresham.
Forever cars.
Now watching the clock is out. Verizon Wireless introduces free in-network calling. Now when you join you can call to any Verizon Wireless customer anytime, virtually anywhere, absolutely free from our national in-network coverage area. No minutes to manage, no clocks to watch. The rules you're used to are out.
Hey, we're not doing that anymore.
Are you in? Good. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
It sounds like any other 12-step support group, Alcoholics Anonymous, Overeaters Anonymous, but with one big difference.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Brother Gil. I'm an ex-criminal, ex-gang member, and we will...
These prisoners have committed terrible crimes, from armed robbery to murder. Now they are committed to recovering from what they say is an addiction to that criminal lifestyle.
What is the lifestyle addiction? It is the most vicious and powerful of destructive forces. Our beliefs are warped. Our manners are deceptive.
The first step for all these men is huge, to admit they are powerless over their problem and need help. This runs counter to a lifetime of macho posturing.
When I would walk into a store, I had no feeling, only to take, to want. Putting a gun in somebody's face, I had no feeling for that. I had no feelings for myself.
It still haunts me every time I look into the mirror and look at the scars on my face. One afternoon, we're all in the front of the house, and I hear some shots, and I run to the front, and I see my son laying down on the floor, and my old lady was hit in the stomach. My nephew was shot. I just froze. I didn't know what to do. So I ran to my little kid, and he wasn't moving. I didn't think about calling the ambulance, cops, or anything like that. The first thing that came to my mind was, it's about get back. I go to their neighborhood. What was done, but I ended up shot in the head 4 times.
For Joe, a.k.a. Cricket, getting the courage to speak up took some time.
When I first came to CGA, I remember the first time I spoke, and I called everybody weak for crying and basically spilling out their guts to everybody, and being so honest and admitting that they were insecure, that they had problems.
My name's David. I'm a recovering gang member.
But all it took was for certain guys in that group to admit certain things about themselves that I had to sit back and say, wow, I feel the same thing.
I never thought change was possible.
CGA says the only requirement for membership is a willingness and desire to give up the criminal and gang lifestyle. To quote from their literature, no one's concerned about what area you're from, what your favorite colors are, nor what neighborhood might be tattooed on your skin.
We are simply criminals.
Those symbols may seem superficial, but to these men, they represent a sense of belonging, a sense of family.
Very few people, unless you're a gang member, can understand And I didn't have that at home.
And that's what was addictive to you. To give that up would be impossible for you.
It'd be impossible. It'd mean being alone. And that's what I was afraid of.
My name's Lance, I'm a recovering criminal.
Hey, Lance. I'm Michael.
To admit fear, to admit any fault, is a tall order for men who have always been in denial.
Or they may take fault for a crime when they're sitting in front of the judge, but deep inside it, it's someone else's fault. It's my parents, it's the environment I was brought up, it's this, it's that. These men in this program come to a place where they identify that the only person at fault is themselves. And when they make that finding within themselves, that's the beginning for them to change who they are.
Richard Mexico says he used to feel his crime was justified. He murdered a rival gang member who had brutally raped his girlfriend.
So everything that she told me that happened to her, I did the same to him. I put him in the trunk and took him back to the same place where they tore her clothes off and hit her in the face and raped her. And I told him, you'll die here, but this is where you killed her. And it's still hard for me to talk about that. The longer we repeat something, the worse it gets.
But he does talk about it, only by taking responsibility for the pain inflicted on their victims, he says, can the men in this group make amends for what they've done.
Because we have a solution to stop crime. And for every one of us that can change one of us, that's one less victim.
His son is following in his 12 footsteps.
No one was a killer when they were a kid. What happened? I was about as innocent as they come. I hated everything that had to do with gangs. But by the time I was done, I gave my life for it. Where did I go wrong?
The program, he says, has helped him figure that out.
I'm not a victim of circumstances.
You don't see it that way?
No, I'm a victim of my choices.
For a long time, Steve chose the gang as his fix. Just as drugs finally destroy the addict, the gang finally turned on him.
And then I sat in court, and I watched my own homeboy testify on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched him sit there and say all these things about me, and I said, where's the loyalty? Where's the love? Where's the respect, you know?
Respect now comes from within.
In the majority of the men that are in this program, that's a true statement. It's real change. What these men have found is that everything that they do is dictated by the state. The clothes they wear, the food they eat, where they sleep, where they work, those things are dictated by us. The only thing that they can do for themselves is change.
I can't take back what I did.
Although the program is supposed to be anonymous, the group voted to let us film their meeting. Why? Because they hope the program will catch on outside.
This message needs to get out, not only for the sake of prisoners, but also for the sake of those who are out there who can change. And most especially, you know, young people who got into this lifestyle and who are entrenched in it.
Quite a challenge, as these prisoners would be the first to admit.
Because everyone always assumes that the hardest person to change is those that don't want to change. But the hardest person to help change is those who think they've already changed. Ain't that something?
If you think all batteries are the same, consider this. When the Rocky Mountain Rescue Group needs light to save lives, they trust Duracell. Out there or right here at home. Duracell, trusted everywhere.
Meanwhile, at dinner.
Our network's been down for 2 days.
Internet worm.
Whoa.
Our sales took a pounding. How did yours do?
It hit our suppliers.
You can never catch up.
Oh, the twin brothers doom and gloom.
Jeff, you're awfully quiet.
Our network didn't go down.
No.
No?
No.
And get the check.
Keeping business up and running. This is the power of the network. Now.
Of all the bags in all the world, this one's the best. Save 20% on whatever fits in it. The Ace Hardware Bag Sale this Saturday only.
entertainment updates with Jimmy Kimmel.
A giant cable company, Comcast, made a hostile takeover bid on Disney. I knew I'd wind up back on cable.
Jimmy Kimmel Live coming up.
President's Day. We're not just celebrating it, we're reinventing it. Chevy, with the biggest lineup in America. Through March 1st, get 0% APR financing for 48 months, plus a $2,000 allowance on Chevy Suburban, Tahoe, or Trailblazer. 0% APR for 48 months, plus $2,000 allowance on Suburban, Tahoe, or Trailblazer. Chevy, turn the key, start a revolution. See your participating Northwest Chevy dealer.
KATU Television, an equal opportunity employer, is committed to ensuring a diverse workforce by providing broad notification to all qualified applicants concerning job openings at the station. Organizations that regularly distribute information about employment opportunities to job seekers or provide referrals to employers can receive notice of job vacancies at KATU by contacting Rolanda Stoudemire at P.O. Box 2, Portland, Oregon 97207.
Right now, members of CGA are primarily adult prisoners, but they hope their program will eventually catch on with younger gang members. And they found a way to export their message to Juvenile Hall and its captive audience.
The lifestyle of gang activity is a bit of an addiction. It's hard to get out of it. No?
This presentation marks the first time officials at this Los Angeles detention facility have allowed youthful offenders to watch a videotape of a meeting of Criminals and Gang Members Anonymous.
See, my father raped my mother's house. That's how I was conceived.
These teenagers, who are charged with crimes so serious they will be tried as adults, are riveted at the sight of real adults dropping the tough guy facade and sharing their most shameful secrets in excruciating detail.
From there, the courts gave me back to my mom, and that's when all hell broke loose. From day one, I walked through the door, didn't even walk through the door. She tossed me across the room. That's how I got the dent on my head. From there on, I learned to deal with all the that she dished out to the point to where no matter what she did, I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction. I knew all about pain. Broken fingers, broken hands, broken ribs, broken legs, broken nose, shattered eye sockets. I've been through all that at the hands of my mother. So I hold a lot of resentments and a lot of anger. When I was 10, I seen my mother kill my little brother's father. By 12, somebody broke into our house. He was raping my sister. I was scared. I grabbed the machete, closed my eyes, and I swung it. He died. By the time I was 14, I took a bottle of pills, tried to kill myself. By the time I was 15, my girlfriend was pregnant. Somebody pushed her. She lost a baby. I beat him to death with a bat. There's so much pain, so much hurt, so much anger, so much rage, so much frustration, all kind of that goes on that you got to deal with, that I have to deal with, that I'm working through. I understand everything everybody here is saying, even though we're from totally different places, different races, different backgrounds. It doesn't matter. The pain is the same. It's all pain. It's all resentment. And the only way you can get to step 9 is you have to work through your resentments and let it all go.
And when I got to the hospital...
And they are rapt at the story of how a murderer, Richard Mexico, managed to turn his life around and find some peace of mind. Some of these kids are also facing life sentences.
So these 12 steps put it all in perspective to me. And the third step, I learned that people like me and like you, we have that free will capacity to make choices and decisions between good and evil.
Some of these guys have relationships with some of the families of their victims.
Volunteer Patricia Folkrod hopes the CGA program will take root here. She has seen the powerful hold gang life has on these teenagers.
I think the issue is that the 12 steps work. It works in Debtors Anonymous, it works in Overeaters, it works as a system for breaking down the problem and getting into the solution and then being of service. That's how it works.
Folkrod teaches meditation at Juvenile Hall. And she finds these kids remarkably receptive to anything that provides an alternative to a life of relentless violence.
You're breathing in everything that you'd like to take on and everything you want to let go of.
Another way the CGA program can travel beyond prison walls is through members who have been paroled. Danny Pop used to attend meetings at Mule Creek State Prison. Now he's hoping to carry the message to young gang members in Los Angeles.
I can remember when I was their age, nobody could tell me anything either. But at some point, people were planting seeds, you know, and it may not sprout or grow right then, but it's going to get them to thinking.
Pop continues to struggle with his own addictions. It's a battle he fights one day at a time.
Sometimes in my head, I think, well, if I don't have money, I know how to get it. I'm not saying we don't still think like that. The difference today is that we don't act on it.
Part of any 12-step program is making amends. For criminals, that can be one hefty list. Pop says he started by making amends to his own family.
And they're not always accepted. You know, you've told us you're sorry before. What's different now? And I don't have a response for them. I just keep showing them that I'm going to continue doing the right thing. And one day, my word will mean something.
Parolees have lots of motivation to stay straight, but what motivates a man like Richard Mexico serving a life sentence?
I think what Richard has discovered in his life is profound and deep, because it's not about, oh, this will look good on my parole board.
If I was to parole today, just this evening, with all my good deeds and all the work that I do, and I'm totally genuine about it, there's no way that I can go to the cemetery with a shovel and dig up my victim and say, you're paroled too. And so what I really want to do is to send people out of here, because a part of me goes out with everyone that I help.
Hey, my name is Joe. Hey, Joe.
Cricket is about to be released from prison. He plans to work for CGA on the outside, hopes to set up a few meetings. But he's afraid at the same time of slipping back into the old lifestyle.
I know there's a lot of temptations out there. I don't have any desires to go back to my neighborhood. The only desire I have is just to finally live in peace and open my arms up to any of those that are willing to change.
As for Steve Mexico, serving 16 to life, at first it was not easy adjusting to life with his father.
I wanted everything my way, and I would justify everything, and I'd make excuses, and I wouldn't take accountability, and I was very selfish, you know, and those were things that he revealed to me in a blunt way, you know, and I never ever had no one talk to me like that, you know.
Has he taught you anything?
Yes, a lot more about humility, a lot more about being a father, because this is the part of me that I was lacking. I had children, but I didn't have them. And he was my really first experience.
Steve dreams of the day when he might be paroled, and so does his father.
If there was any way that I could take his time from him and do his life sentence with mine and send him home, I think he's almost ready to go home. I wouldn't want to do it right now, but a little bit longer, I would be willing to take every single day that they would give me and send him home. I'd gladly do it.
You say he's not ready to go home. Why?
Because I'm a father. I'm just being honest.
And honesty is what recovery is all about. One day at a time, even while doing time. I'm Judy Muller for Nightline at Mule Creek State Prison.
That's a keepsake.
I'll be back in a moment.
To receive a daily email about each evening's Nightline and a preview of special broadcasts, log on to the Nightline page at abcnews.com.
Don't tuck in your shirt. Don't polish your shoes. Your hair is fine as it is. Or isn't. Those lines, just evidence of how fully you've lived. Even if you're thinking about refinancing, relax. There's a company that sees you as more than a credit score. To homeowners everywhere, come as you are. AmeriQuest, the company that knows you are more.
Circuit City's the place to get your new wireless phone today. With a huge selection and reliable service from Verizon Wireless and T-Mobile, you'll find the phone and calling plan that are perfect for you. And right now at Circuit City, you'll get a $100 gift card instantly when you buy a camera phone. Like this awesome Verizon Wireless color screen phone with digital camera, just $99.99 after mail-in rebate. Switch to a better plan today and keep your old wireless number right now at Circuit City.
President's Day, we're not just celebrating it, we're reinventing it. Chevy, with the biggest lineup in America. Through March 1st, get 0% APR financing for 48 months, plus a $2,000 allowance on Chevy Suburban, Tahoe, or Trailblazer. 0% APR for 48 months, plus $2,000 allowance on Suburban, Tahoe, or Trailblazer. Chevy, turn the key, start a revolution. See your participating Northwest Chevy dealer.
Can you tell which mattress is the 2003 and which is the new 2004 model? The 2003 model is the one with the lower price. The year-end clearance sale ends President's Day at 9. The biggest difference is the fabric and the money you'll save.
Why buy a mattress anywhere else?
Hey, Dad, what are you doing home?
Stayed home so I could actually get some work done. Watched hockey's roughest hits online, wrote my article about the toughest players, and just emailed it to the editor. You want to read it?
Experience the internet as never before with Verizon Online DSL with MSN Premium. Get it for as low as $29.95. But be careful, this is powerful stuff.
Bob, just got your email. Wow, what a story.
Verizon. Make progress every day.
Monday on AM Northwest.
Shop like a celebrity. See where the movie stars shop till they drop when they come to town. Plus actor Richard Chamberlain and your chance to win tickets to Britney Spears.
Watch Monday at 9.
Sunday on This Week with George Stephanopoulos, the administration's man in Baghdad, Ambassador Paul Bremer. And that's our report for tonight. I'm Chris Bury in Washington. For all of us here at ABC News, good night.
This has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source. When his best friend is charged with murder, a lawyer faces his most personal...
Delicious taste of salmon, and I get a pair of these. Gorton's new grilled salmon fillets.
What drives us to give every Subaru Forester more standard safety features than any SUV in its class? What drives us to earn the highest possible ratings in every crash test by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety and to make the best small SUV they've ever tested? We're driven by what's inside. The all-wheel drive Subaru Forester.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months during the Subaru all-wheel drive away.
4 for the 7:30 show. Senior discount?
There you stand, somewhere between saving for retirement and living it. Are you ready for this? Now you can be. For information on planning your financial future, talk to your State Farm agent. We live where you live.
Just how much is that discount?
You know, the usual junk, card for my mom, I won $1 million, blah, 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 and then my Quest bill.
Well, we've made some big changes at Quest and people are noticing. Long distance is now just 5 cents a minute with any calls over $20 a month on us. We've got great new local packages too.
Did you check them out? I did.
So your bill could actually be good news. How cool is that?
Come to mama.
What's going on here? We like to call it our spirit of service in action.
New at 6, gay marriages. Same-sex couples are traveling to San Francisco and tying the knot in record numbers, but are these unions legal in Oregon? Also at 6, we show you the most dangerous stretches of road in and around Portland. It's our Unit 8 investigation tonight at 6. And Nightly News is straight ahead with a look at how National Guard members are replacing soldiers in Iraq.
Also more on that new study that links antibiotics with an increase in breast cancer.
We will see you back here at 6, but first, here's Nightly News.
Marriage frenzy. Hundreds more same-sex couples rushing